So I thought the ending was fantastic.
Thank you.
Just the scene with you and Amanda and being able to talk a little bit about how you guys decided where the show should end and your thoughts on the ending of the show.
I mean, it was a really long conversation that span over almost the entirety of the shoot. There were multiple different endings to the show, and ultimately we wanted the show to end on a conclusive resolve. We wanted the audiences to feel fulfilled. And I feel like we did that. We obviously have the little kind of twinkle in the eye at the end of like, is there more to this story? And seeing Adam in the window at the end. But I'm incredibly proud of the ending. My final scene on the stand is a scene that I don't think I will ever beat in my career. I'm so proud of what we achieved there. I remember reading that scene for the first time and just thinking, this isn't going to work. It's too difficult. And I feel like we pulled it off. So I feel very, very honored and very proud.
Do you think that Danny and his mom can ever have a relationship, or you think that no chance?
I always live by the idea of never say never, because who knows? But at the end of the show, it seems like they probably will go their separate ways. But I'd like to think that they would be able to find a way to rekindle their relationship.
I thought the opening credits were very cool, but they have such a better meaning at the end of episode 10.
Yeah.
You sort of talk about how you guys talk about how how you decided on the opening credits and it's tied to the end.
It's a really interesting question, like with all the films that I've done and films where I've been a producer on, I've never been involved in that aspect of the show. The opening credits and the end credits has never been something that's ever come across my desk, per se. But sitting down and figuring out what we were going to do, because the opening credits to a TV show is important. That song that it plays, the visuals, it really gets people going. And I think it was Akiva's idea to kind of tell the story through the watercolor paintings. And I think it was a great idea because I just think that the song is excellent. There are little snippets in there of clues of things to come, and I look forward to getting my hands on some of the original art to put in my house.
It's so funny. Guillermo del Toro, when he does a film, he makes 2 of everything to make sure that he takes home everything.
Right,
he's a
fantastic.
super collector. So I was gonna ask you, are you getting any of the paintings? Are you working that into your contract in the future? That like cool things from what you're making get to come home with you?
I don't think you necessarily have to have those things in your contract, Sony, they've already said that I can keep my Spidey suits. They store them for me and I'm very grateful for them. I'm sure, someone at Apple will allow me to have a copy of some of the artwork to put in my house because I am incredibly proud of the show. So I don't necessarily think I'll be putting that in my contract, but I do have quite an extensive collection of things that I've done over the past.
One of the things that was really cool also is the way you depict Danny's mind and having the characters in like the barn, coming through and who takes the lead. Can you sort of talk about filming those sequences and how you guys decided that that's how you wanted to depict the inside of Danny's mind?
Well, this is what I love about our job is that the person that came up with the idea of the barn was actually my brother. We were on set, we were, figuring out what we were going to do for the crowded room. At one point, it was going to just be this kind of endless expanse of darkness with water everywhere. And we just felt like we'd seen that before and we couldn't figure it out. And my brother piped up and said, the birthplace of the crowded room is the barn. Wouldn't it be really cool if in episode 7, he goes back to the barn and has to face the music, which is obviously, a phrase from one of the episodes. And I love that our producing department were so collaborative that my little brother who's on set with me had the freedom to, pipe up in a meeting and say, I think it should be in the barn.
Yeah, it totally works. I also, like I said, I like the way it depicts the different characters, who's in the front, I already got to go. I'm just going to say sincerely, congrats and nice talking with you.
Always nice talking with you, mate. I'll see you next time.